Today we're going to fill our pie crust, which in the previous video, with sweet potato pie. And here's the thing. I mean, you can find all the recipes you want, but just to start out, haven't done this before, take Libby's famous pumpkin pie recipe, the one on the can of the pumpkin, right? Same thing. And we're just gonna use 15 ounces of fresh, steamed, smashed sweet potatoes. You know what else we're gonna do? Because it's sweet potatoes. We're gonna drop in a little bit of brown sugar as well, just for the hell of it. Okay. Since I threw in an extra ingredient at the last minute, we're not totally prepared. Now, what do they say in there to do first? Well, they say cinnamon, ginger, and cloves. But here's pumpkin pie spice. Same thing. And we got to do some addition here because they're all done separate. So about a teaspoon of this. There we go. Get your spice in, whatever you're going to use. And they break it out to ginger, cloves, and cinnamon on this one. Also, here's a hint. You want anything you want to be in there mixed real good. Get it done before you start putting the liquid ingredient in, and the sugar too, or you'll have like little streaks of pumpkin pie. Get it mixed in now in your pumpkin pie seasoning. And it makes it made it a really nicer little color. A more fall, autumny, holiday kind of color to it. And the next thing that says to do here, beat the eggs in. Wait, we forgot something. We forgot the salt. How much? Half a teaspoon, it said. There we go. We want to distribute that nicely as well. So we've got sugar. Sugar. I'm going to take about 2 tablespoons out of what we're using for the 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. Alrighty. So, since we decided to do that, 3/4 of a cup, huh? So we're going to use 1/4 of it, about 1/4 of that brown sugar, and about the rest of it, the white granulated sugar it calls for. 3/4 of a cup. There we go. Don't tell anybody about this. It'll be our secret. So you can do this with the paddle or mixer of your KitchenAid. But the producer said they wanted to see me work harder. Time for eggs. Check again, make sure you got everything. So, okay, eggs, bowls. Yeah, next eggs. Now, again, had the egg mixed up a little bit first. So we don't want one of those white, you know, those white things that sometimes won't mix in. You're supposed to take those off before you put it in here. I see them right there. You should pull those out while you're mixing your eggs up first. Either that, or when you serve it, just call it your surprise sweet potato pie. All right, let's look at everything we got here. The only thing we have left is our evaporated milk, and this is a 12, and that's what they want. Man, this is going to be one heck of a liquid pie, if you remember how hard they are to get in the oven. We're going to, if you beat in a little, gradually thin it, beat in a little bit at a time, you're not going to get the lumps, and you're not going to make, it's not going to be as hard to keep going. You dump that all in at once, you're just going to get big lumps of pumpkin stuff that you're going to have to stand here and work and work and work and work. So, there we go. Also, it splashes less. Did I ever tell you about turning the 80-quart mixer on high with pumpkin pie dough in it, pumpkin pie filling in it? Wasn't a pretty sight. Okay, I got one lump that's not going to come out, and this is something with fresh pumpkin, fresh sweet potato. You need to get in there and mash it real good, and I even used a whip on it. And still, if you see something going around in there that's kind of an end piece of the potato, you're going to want to pull that out. So, I mean, unless you want to like put it in there as an Easter egg to show how fresh your sweet potatoes were. So, all right. We've got our partially baked pie shell here. And we've got an oven. And I'm going to show you something here. Because we're going to pretty much we've got this pretty much baked already here. Oh, that's pretty. Now this, I've got an 8-inch pie shell, so we're not going to use all of this. I'm going to put it and make little tarts or something with it. Okay, now watch the nice lady not get her crust dotted. There we go. This recipe's got you at 425 for about 10 minutes. After that 10 minutes, it helps things set. And after that, you turn it down. 350, always double check. You see me double checking. It's not because I didn't read it. It's because I double check and triple. But 350 then for 40 more minutes at least to get the eggs and the pumpkin and everything set up. So 15 minutes on 425. See, I thought it was 10. Always double check. We said we were going to make sweet potato pie, and I made a small 8-inch, which is your basic tin pie pan that you buy at the dollar store, so forth. And so we had extra liquid, and what I did with it is I took what's called this. It's a spa dish. You can put in a wood fire oven, whatever, but they present beautifully. Sprayed it real good. I had some leftover graham cracker, pecan, brown sugar, butter, granulated crust that you can use underneath a cheesecake or a tart, that kind of thing. So I had some of that put in the bottom of the spa pan and dumped my extra filling in there. So that cooked up real nice in the nice warm 350 oven there. And here's our pie. Here's our side that we cut even with the pie tin, and then our side that we crimped here. It's aluminum, I don't need to do that. So pretty good. Not exactly even, but pretty darn good. I gotta work. I'll have to get there and even out. That's your oven right there. It's just a little tiny bit off, so I'll even that out the next time I get behind there and clean it. So that's the time to do it. You clean in the oven, get your level out. So there we go. Yum. This has got to sit. Don't cut it too soon. It's got to sit.